Dear Diary, yesterday we finally had the big meetup. Everything went very well. People loved the mint wine. Charles came by as usual. I can always count on him. But something unusual happened this time. My old grandmaster came to the store. He was in a rush, running for someone or something. He handed me a broken wooden stick with some writing on it and told me to hide it. I quickly handed it to Charles. Mr. Raab from the Twilight Conclave came immediately after to collect rent. I wouldn't have had the money if it wasn't for the donations made by the customers of today's meeting. Sadly, he took all the gold, so we have to wait a bit longer with the big you-know-what plan. Mr. Raab kept staring at Charles's crutch. I think he fancied Charles, but he suddenly left very quickly. Maybe he got nervous? The stick seems to be magical, maybe from Apollo and Artemis. I remember that I've seen something like this in an old book, and there's supposed to be more pieces. The only lead we got was that a piece was buried in the ice up north. That's where we're heading now.
Welcome to Lost in Hysteria, D&D podcast, with a serious story about silly people. My name is Vilas, your DM, and I would like to introduce you to the cast of the day.
Hello, my name is Mikkel. I'm playing the character Risus Plas, a necromancer who is cheerful to the bone and with a smile that shines even in the darkest crypt.
Hey, my name is Morten, and I play the leech-loving, plague doctor-ish monk named Silas.
Hey guys, my name is Simon, and I'm playing Charles of Stonehaven, a human fighter trying his best to win his father's approval.
Hi, I'm Anna. I play Arikas, a bratty, snarky half-elf rogue who should probably be working on her attitude.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I play Astralan, the Zodiac-fascinated ranger.
Hi, I'm Chung. I play Galdrick Gullibly, an exiled human cleric on his path for redemption.
And with that out of the way, let's get back into the story. Alright, so Mr. Raab has just left the store. By looking in some old but incomplete books that Astralan had laying around, you have found that yes, there is more pieces to this puzzle, this staff or artifact of whatever it is, and apparently one of them is stuck in the ice up north at the Frost Clan's lands. So you are in the shop, you just discovered this, you've decided that you want to go to the north. What do?
Oh wow, to the north? I love snow.
I think we need to pack some warm clothes.
Have you even seen snow before?
I haven't.
I think it's the white thing that comes down out of the volcano, right?
It's a different kind of white that comes from the heaven. Yeah.
So, Astralan, you're the only one who are really from the city. Everyone else is sort of visiting or trying to find answer. So you would know that there is a shop nearby called Mulligans Genius in a Bottle, which is sort of a general store where you can find most stuff.
Great, I know where to go, guys. Or for you guys who donated to my meeting, I know where to go. The other can find it by themselves, right?
Are we still just gonna ignore the fact that we're following a stalker now? We're all just following the stalker.
I don't think we agree that he's stalking us.
Okay, so Astro, how did you know these things?
Which things?
Stuff, the very personal stuff about probably all of us.
From your Zodiac side, of course.
Just never mind, it's fine.
You can roll an insight of that.
Insight?
Yeah. So what you roll?
9.
9. I think maybe it should be a opposing roll to the deception of Astraland.
Deception.
And I rolled 23.
23. He seems so trustworthy. Like you just want to give him all your money kind of guy.
Give me all your money.
But how much was the fucking fee then?
There was no fee, there was only donations.
Oh, right. Well, then it's voluntary, right?
But you can keep the change, then let's head to the store and
Great.
get some equipment for the north.
Yes, let's do that.
Whenever I get enough gold, I will give them to you. You seem very trustworthy.
Exactly.
You quickly see a small shop with a purple sign. Engraved in the sign is a blue bottle. And underneath there is Mulligan's Genius in a Bottle, it says. And as you head into the store, the first thing you notice is the smell of incense in the air. So the inside of this shop is quite a bit larger than what you initially find when you were outside of the shop. It's completely filled up to the brim with crazy potions and weird equipments and machines and big glass containers with colored liquids with some strange looking creatures floating inside. There doesn't seem to be anyone around, just a small bell on one of what seems to be the desk.
Ding ding!
Do you ring the bell?
Yes.
You just
says
yell
ding,
ding.
Ding ding! I'm just yelling ding and then
Nice.
pointing at the bell.
Okay, that's his name.
The owner,
God damn,
Mr. Ding.
I'm not gonna change his name. So the second you press the bell, there'll be some shush, and there's some smoke coming up, and behind the desk you see this tall, sort of elf-looking creature, absolutely blue in the skin, and some dark hair, and he's like, "Yes, welcome to Mulligans. How can I be of assistance?"
Hello, Mr. Mulligan. We need some equipment for the north.
The north?
Yes, we have to head up north very soon.
To
we'll...
slay beasts, I assume?
Yes,
Really?
yes.
Why else would you go to the north?
Well, I was sort of going on a brim there. I was surprised that was the correct answer. But fear not, I have the equipment for you. So I suppose you'll need some warm clothing. Yes. Yeah. What's your sizes? Oh, large party. You're quite small. It seems like. I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm Silas.
Silas. Silas.
Why?
Well, I don't think I have your size. But I have something larger, and then you can cut it into the correct pieces. How does that sound?
Do we get a discount?
Well, no, because you still get the whole piece.
Can I give it back to you after?
What?
The extra stuff.
Roll persuasion.
8.
8. He's like, no.
Yeah.
Because what I'm supposed to do with half a piece of warm cloth for the
I
winter?
don't know. You have so much stuff in here. You might be able to sell it to somebody.
No, I'm not sure that will do. That will do it all. No. What about? Okay, you all look like decent size.
I'm sorry, decent size?
The
I just mean, so you have nothing in his size, but you have decent sized clothes. What's that supposed to mean exactly?
I think we have to
You
revisit
telling me
that
you don't
discount.
service small people?
Okay, roll intimidation with advantage.
8.
With advantage? Really? What did you roll?
5.
A 5 and a what?
And a 4.
A 5 and a 4?
Yeah.
God damn. So he's like, well, when I say decent size, obviously, I mean for normal people. He's just
Totally owning it.
Doubling down.
he doubles down. He doesn't flinch. He's like, clearly. But I would probably would be able to find some clothing for the rest of you. Does it need to do anything? I have something that's resistant to poison. Would that be of interest?
What about cold resistant? It doesn't have to be warm, just cold resistant. Just a small necklace or something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have that?
I have something that's resistant to fire. Would that be of interest?
But I mean, it's fire resistance would be good in the north, because if it's snowing, it will definitely be hot. There will be a volcano, and then the white snow will fall down from the skies.
I don't even know where to start with that sentence. So we might also need some weapons.
Yes. So, and he kind of looks at you and sort of judges your, how much gold he thinks you have. And he's like, So what kind of economical range would we be interested for that sake? I have some nice wooden clubs, maybe.
Wooden clubs.
Well, let us see what you got, and we will say what we got.
Yes. I have this longsword, Marcus, Slayer of Giants. That would be 7,000 gold pieces. Would that be in the range that you perceived?
No.
I do have a proposition for that. I have these potions, which might be of more value.
I am quite the connoisseur when it comes to potions. What sort of potions are you having there?
They stem from a firm called the Sustenance Concoction of Alchemy Magic. These potions provides all kind of effects.
Yes, and what do they do exactly?
Well, they sells all kinds of potions. They promise great health, great strength, vitality, everything you can imagine.
I see.
I was brought into this firm. I used all my town's gold for it. They weren't quite happy, but
You were brought into a company and you used all the gold.
from my old town. That's why I'm here. I'm going to sell all these potions.
Roll a persuasion with disadvantage. Because you Simon, sounds like you got scammed.
An 8.
An 8. Okay. He's like, yes, maybe one or two of these potions might be of interest in my collections. I could definitely drop a few edges of the price for you. General like wear and equipment for frosty and cold weather expeditions is around 8 gold pieces a person. I could drop it down to maybe 7 gold pieces a person if I were to get some of these potions of yours.
What do you mean? After I drank this potion, all my issues disappeared. I didn't feel hunger. I felt strength for the first time in 10 years.
I think the potions made you forget, actually, because you don't know what wine is and you don't know what snow is. That's why it solved all your issues.
Oh, a potion that makes you forget, like that could be quite valuable actually. Like there is one or two situations in the past where I could have maybe used that. So how many of these potions that makes you forget do you have?
Let me take a look. And then Galdrick pulls up his bag and he just begins to count 10, 20, 30, and just keeps going. I think there's a lot here.
Okay. Maybe I will start with 10.
With
and
10?
we'll see how it goes. And I think actually that would be sufficient to cover your equipment cost. I do get a feeling from this type of group. Are you sort of like adventurers? Are you good at fighting, perhaps?
Yes.
I don't fight.
Okay, you seem capable. Are you good at puzzles and such like things?
No.
Yes, we are.
You're not.
Yes,
you
we
you
are.
don't sell yourself very well.
Today you are, Charles.
Oh, thank
I can read it in your sign.
I see. You see, I have sort of a list of things I need for the shop, and if you're going to the north anyway, you might be able to bring some back for me, and I can, in exchange, give you some maybe magical wear of some kind, if that's of interest.
Now, see, that looks like a great deal.
So I will need the right hand of a hill giant.
So should it be his main... I feel like this is important. Should it be his main hand or his right hand?
He's like, And then he takes up a book, and you see like it says like, Book of Greater Potions and Alchemy. And he's like looking up because he's clearly looking up some recipe of sorts for what he wants to make. And he's like, No, it specifically says right hand. So if he's a left-handed person, then that's fine, as long as you cut off the right hand.
So we should go for a left-handed person, so it wouldn't affect him in the
I feel
future.
like that doesn't matter.
I do think most people would prefer to keep both hands.
Can it be a female hand?
That, yes, for sure. We don't discriminate.
Okay. Well,
Only
you
We
I-
don't.
Only against
Well,
that.
we don't. We discriminate certain things, but not that specifically. No one. No.
So what you gonna give us?
Oh, I would say that you would be able to pick anything in this store. One thing at a person, sorry. And then I think that would be quite like a good deal for you.
And obviously we get it in advance because we're going on the trip.
Well, no, like you will get it afterwards when I got all the great stuff.
But we're here because we're going north, and you wanted to help us go north. And obviously this would help us go north and get your stuff.
You can get half the things now and half the things later. How does that sound? Yes? Deal?
That's a deal.
Okay, so is there anything in particular you have interest in?
Yes.
Is it some great powerful sword? Maybe a hammer?
No, not
a
really.
bow?
I actually have a bow.
Magic potion?
No, actually no.
Okay.
I would really like one of those coats, those modern ones, with a fur hood. One.
What?
I know what you mean. The one with the fur lining, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. So cool.
You want
One of those modern ones where you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure thing. So he goes over to the center of the room. It has a large like boiling pot of like some sort of bluish liquid is boiling away, and then suddenly a big bubble forms over the pot, and in it you see this very lovely coat is getting formed, and suddenly it bursts, and he grabs it out in his hand. He's like, yes, is this sort of your style?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly the one I want.
Very good, very good. And for you, Charles, I have just the thing. It's a magic sword possessed by a spirit.
Which spirit?
I don't know, some spirit. A guy called Alfred.
Alfred?
Yes, it's an old man. He's trapped in the sword. he's
Why would I want
he's
an
great
old
at-
man's sword?
He's great at chess. You can play with him. It's
I
very
think
valuable.
you need it.
Why is everyone looking at me like it's a good idea?
Stop being ageist.
Okay, I'm gonna take the
It's a
sword.
magic sword.
I'm gonna take the sword.
Very well. He gives you the sword, and you. The second you hold it, you feel like there's some presence in it that looks at you and judges your clothes.
Dad?
No.
Oh, sorry. It just seemed familiar somehow.
Why are your trousers so low? Pick him up
Okay. I'm gonna pick up my trousers.
and straighten your back.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Alfred.
That's good. So there are some other items that might be of interest. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Can we also hear Alfred, or do we just see him get the sword and then starts picking up
No.
the pants?
It's only him.
Okay, perfect.
So I get the sword. I say Dad. I pick up my trousers and
Yeah.
straighten my back. That's the only thing.
That's what we're saying.
That's what's happening. Okay. So that was in principle 2 items out of 3. Alright, so there's some other stuff left. There's a wand, a ring, and a rock. A rock with a G. R-U-G.
Oh, rock.
A rock. Yeah.
What does the ring do?
Well, it's a ring of invisibility.
That seems pretty. What about the wands?
It's a wand of disintegration.
What does the rock do?
It's a rock of teleportation.
Does the rock teleport, or
Yes.
Okay, so only the rock.
Yes.
Wait, but would that mean the wand of disintegration disintegrates?
No, it only disintegrates itself.
Can you decide where the rock teleports?
Yes, you can.
Or then we can use it to write messages and stuff on the rock.
I think we should take the rock.
Why not the ring?
Because I think it's only gonna be the ring that goes invisible.
You're catching on quickly. All right, you get the rock of teleportation, and now you get the fancy dress coat and the sword with the spirit Alfred inside. So far, so good for the Zodiac Club. If you like the podcast so far, there's much more of it on Instagram, that is. Here you can see pictures behind the scene and get a more closer look at the characters and the people behind the podcast. But for now, let's get back into the story.
Well, we are going to the north,
area.
right? Have anyone been to the north?
Nope.
I'm from a tropical island.
Oh.
No.
So maybe we would use a map.
I see I have a bedroll in my backpack, but what about a tent or something so we can sleep? It might be too cold actually, so forget about the tent. Do you have a key that unlocks everything?
I'm sorry.
That's just on my list of things I would like to have.
And if not, maybe just the tent.
God. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't think I... Well, I could get a key that can unlock most stuff, if that's of interest, but that's quite expensive.
Yeah, forget about that. I just need
You just need the tent.
Yeah, some matches or something so we can light a fire.
Oh, I can light a fire. I cast...
No.
I cast my cantrip, create bonfire, which creates a bonfire.
He sees the bonfire. He's like, oh, Jesus! I have books in here. Put that out.
Oh, I'm actually not sure how to do that.
What?
Give me 1 second. It'll disappear in 1 minute.
Okay, just
wait it out.
Okay, just help me move this table so it gets away from the fire. Come here, help me pick it up.
Okay.
Roll strength.
Oh shit. Okay, 18.
18. Okay. You're quite how do you say, confident in your strength skills. You pick up the table and move it over, and you see that one of the pages on his book sort of flips over, and you see there's a recipe for a potion, and it's called the greatest ritual that ever was.
I nod. Like, damn. That sounds banger.
You see the author of the recipe is Tenacious D.
Nice.
The book only
I have no
only
idea
bangers.
who they are, but they sound very cool.
Yeah, it's a spell book only with bangers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
I think we still need a tent.
I will throw in a tent for good measure. So, you leave Mulligans, well equipped for your travels, with some extra trinkets along the way. And you move through the city, through the center, next to the large cathedral in the center of the Havenspire. And as you slowly get more and more out to the outskirts of the city, you'll see that the large buildings get smaller and the narrow streets gets wider as well, and you move into the less rich part of the city. After around 3 hours of walking, so at this point it will be maybe 5 p.m. Roughly, you get out of the city, and you are now suddenly back on the road, moving north. And while you might think that it should get increasingly colder with each step, it happens to be that in Asteria, between Havenspire and the Frosthold clans, there's an area called Crimson Peaks. In Crimson Peaks, it's sort of a canyon-ish area, so it's not a desert per se. It's quite hot, actually. And yeah, you have these large, very deep canyons that sort of forms the land that you moves in. And it doesn't take long before you get very, very far away from the walls of Havenspire, and you suddenly find yourself walking in sort of sand-ish terrain, and there's a few people in the party who will be quite comfortable in this sort of weather and this sort of walking, but for most of you it would be very, very new experience. After you walked a bit, you see that all these many canyons sort of form into one, and your path are sort of forced into a bottleneck in the terrain. And you find yourself at an outpost, quite far away from the city now, after a few hours of walking. And at this outpost, you see a small sign that says Scorpions for Rent. A shop by Mr. Frugal. But as you walk in, you are suddenly interrupted by the voice, like, "Oh, yes, sorry, we're closed for today. I assume you're here for the scorpions."
No, we're on our way to the north.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Why would we need scorpions for the north?
And he says, right, okay, so if you want to get through the canyon, you need a scorpion because you can only be in the Death Canyon for so long, which is the big canyon you see behind me. And he sort of points behind him. He says it gets very hot in there and you have to pass it very quickly. That fast and that efficiently, that can deal with the heat and the rough terrains, are scorpions. So here you can hire scorpions for rent, and you can travel through the canyon and go to Frosthold Clans or wherever you want to go. Yes, sorry. A few days ago, some people covered in like some black robes had like some moon symbol on it or something. They wanted to hire every scorpion we had for some archaeological something dig out nearby. So if you go east, you'll surely run into them. But I'm all out of scorpions if you...
We actually have those guys with the rope in Havenspire too.
Huh.
They're the ones who collect rent.
Really?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that sort of makes sense. That I suppose that's the Twilight Conclave then.
Exactly.
Ah. Well, as you know, the different conclaves for different regions collect rents for the kingdom. So, yeah, Twilight Conclave would be Havenspire. Emerald Conclave would be the Verdant Plains, and so on. Okay. So, I guess you're gonna have to go to talk to those guys if you want any scorpions. I only have these baby scorpions, and he points over to the right, and you see there's a small, small fence where it says, "Baby scorpions, be warned, they will kill you."
How big are the baby scorpions?
Oh, they're not. It's like a puppy.
Okay.
They're not large.
Like a
so
pup.
cute.
Yeah.
So it's a very big scorpion.
I wanted to see if I could fit on a baby.
Sorry.
How big are the adult scorpions?
Oh,
then?
they get very large, my man.
Okay, so we only need one
They
per
get
person.
huge.
Okay, we all ride on one.
Okay, so you decided to go to the dig out nearby to find some scorpions. You leave your most heavy stuff with Mr. Frugal. And as you walk for a few hours, it starts to get to the evening time of day as you approach the ruins in the distance. You suddenly see a lot of tents that are put up, and you hear noises clanging on rock, digging, and tools being used. A lot of people shouting, moving around. And you find yourself at the entrance of some old ruins. And in the center of the ruins area, you see a large pool of water, quite clear and blue. And around it, you would have seen a lot of people working. So everywhere around the pond, if you may call it that, there would be plenty of workers digging into the canyon with pickaxes. And you see a lot of scorpions are used to move all the dirt away that they have dig up and all the rocks that they have destroyed. And they move along, and people are very busy. You do notice that it seems like all the working people here are tieflings.
What the hell?
And they always, they don't even see you. You walk right into camp and no one is like, "Hey, how are you doing?" They are so focused and so busy, sort of like bees almost, that they are doing their job very quickly, very efficiently. So after some time, you hear a voice behind you. It's like, "I'm sorry, what are you doing here?" And you turn around and you see a rather sort of well-dressed gentleman of human nature. And he's like, "Can I be of any assistance?"
But yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What are you digging for?
Oh, it's a very interesting dig. And before he starts talking, there's a voice behind him. "Maybe Nicholas, I should do the talking." "Oh yes, indeed. This is Malakar. You know him?" And he comes walking over. He's wearing some darker clothes with a Twilight Conclave symbol on the chest. He's like, "Yes, Nicholas, it's very kind of you to tell about your findings and your research, but maybe some things are best left unsaid. And he's like, yes, of course. And he goes back a bit and he's like, I'm sorry, why are you here?
Can we see your digging permit? We're actually...
It's called a dig permit, if I may.
Oh, right. Can we see it? We're with the... What's that called? Inspection.
Yeah.
They are the inspectors.
Right.
Right.
The dig
Oh,
inspectors.
yes, the famous inspection company. I've heard of those.
Yes.
Roll up. Deception.
Alright. 12.
12. It's a bit better. You see that the gentleman from the Twilight Conclave, he sort of steps back. He's not convinced, but he's sort of very. And then Nicholas, the other person you're speaking to right behind him, is like, "Oh no, not the inspection company!" He like panics immediately. Yes, of course, but we don't have it. And you're like,
Wait, you don't have a permit?
no, not per se. Nicholas, God. Okay. People, I'm
but
sure we can.
But at least, surely you like have like a slip to like show that you actually own the place, even this land out here.
Yes, of course, and I will be happy to show you. And the guy in the black outfit, he's like, I'm sure I left it somewhere. Maybe it's in here, and he gives you a small pouch. Can you look for me if the permit is in the pouch?
Sure. I'll take a good hard look. But while I do that, might take a while. We're just gonna scout the premises a little bit.
Of course. Take your time. If you have any other questions.
Yeah, we'd like to know what you're digging for.
So here, Nicholas like, well, yes, it's quite very interesting actually. Like, yes, surely. Yes. So we are looking for some old temple that is supposed to be in this area. It's purely for history and religious insight into the world before us. So it's supposed to be some temple for Phoebe, the Titan, and something like this. So that's what we are digging for, and we will that's So you can roll an insight on this.
17.
So 17, and so you definitely feel that there's something more going on. Like what he's saying is not strictly speaking untrue, but there's definitely more to the story. So there's something is in hiding.
All right.
So he's like, so he says, yes, so please go around, look that everything is up to standards, up to code.
Hi, Risus Plas from the Tiefling Worker Union. So Silas and I are here to see how you deal with your workers.
But are there multiple inspection groups here?
Well, we collect them in one meeting, not to disturb too much.
Yeah, we carpool.
Scorpion pool out here, you know.
And actually we were going to the Northlands, but we didn't have any scorpions. So now we do a sudden inspection of your side here.
Okay, so I think I will need another deception check, but it will be with advantage because you already sort of succeeded the first one. 16, okay, that's pretty good. He's like, oh, okay, the Tieflings Worker Union.
Yes.
What are the rights exactly of a Tiefling?
3 meals.
Oh, surely. I see.
So maybe if you walk us around, talk about your how you treat your workers, and then the inspection of archaeology can talk with Nicholas regarding the inspection of the archaeology.
I start saying, wait, there's water here? That's a protected resource. Have they had a permit to dig around that, or?
Nicholas, please go talk to them. He's like, I'm sure Nicholas can tell you everything about the protected resource here. Everything is in order. Of course, we got the paperworks in order. The paperworks is as it should be, and I'm sure you can see that from the pouch that was delivered, where all the paperworks that you need is in.
Exactly.
That
Still
seems like a
looking.
small pouch for a lot of paperwork.
But we'll keep looking.
Yeah,
We'll keep
we
looking.
will look.
Because
Yeah,
Let's
of
get
course,
to-
of course. Yes, you'll get Nicholas, and I get. So wait, who is on which inspection team? So we have Astroland, Arikas, and Charles on the archaeologist group, and then we have, I guess, the
Silas, Risus, and
Galdric.
Galdric
on the Tieflings workers' rights movement.
no, union.
not a movement.
Union.
Union,
Even
yeah,
worse.
sorry,
Even
sorry.
worse.
Yeah, the union. Okay. Maybe we should start with the Tieflings worker union. You start walking left around the pond. And he's like, yes, as you can see, the Tieflings are working hard, but in a safe working conditions.
Yes, why does nobody wear hard hats, like working in a ruin?
And he stops for a second because he realizes, oh shit, like there's like obviously rocks falling down from the canyons, especially when you're digging into a wall that is very tall. It's like, well, you see, the Tieflings have built-in hardworking hats through the horns, so the horns will deflect all the falling rocks. It's very efficient, and that's why they are great workers.
Risus starts touching his own horns. Like,
I mean,
is that a thing?
It sounds reasonable to me. Can you vouch for that?
Yeah, you're the only Tiefling in the group.
I cannot. I don't know. Can I vouch for it?
I guess you can roll. Let's just roll an intelligence check.
Oof, I'm very smart.
Depends on how many times he's been hit in the head.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah. You could argue for history. if you-
22.
22.
I'm very. I've been hit in the head a lot.
You've been hit in the head quite often, and you're also quick study, good at quick maths, and you realize obviously the horns can't cover the whole area of the head that would be vulnerable to hits.
So I just
Yeah.
Risus just wanna and then just point at his horns and then just shake his head.
They look very safe, sir. They are the safest horns, besides the other Tieflings who have also very safe horns.
That is not a
I've
thing.
seen.
That is not a thing.
Okay, he says, okay. Maybe we don't have the best worker conditions for sure, but we can figure something out, right? Maybe you could borrow a scorpion or two, and we will sort of overlook all this inspection stuff, huh?
Maybe only for the hard hats, but there's still more going on here.
What do you mean going on?
I
Nothing's
think
going
we
on.
need to talk to some of your workers.
Oh, sure.
Risus walks down to the closest tiefling. Ask. Sorry, sir. Are you part of the Tiefling Union?
What?
Are you part of the Tiefling Union? We are unionizing to make you a better work environment.
What? What's a union?
A union is where we unionize to make sure that you have some great...
So a union is where you unionize.
Yes.
Huh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes. Are you part of it?
No, I don't think so.
I'm very sorry. We can't help you today then. Goodbye.
No, wait. I would love to be part of this union.
Ah, okay.
What does it take to be part of it?
You are part of it now.
Oh, really?
And you just have to spread the word to make sure you're all unionized.
Oh, okay.
And we will get you hats and equal pay and get you 3 meals a day and a good night's rest and 2 breaks a day.
We get breaks and food?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You don't get that now?
No.
Now see, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
That is a big
Are we
problem.
supposed to get food and breaks?
Everyone gets foods and break.
Wow. This is like, wow.
You should spread the word.
Maybe you can't tell, but I'm blown away right now.
You look very blown away.
This is like a rock from a clear sky
Yeah,
hitting my
and
head.
that's why you should have a hat as well.
We get hats too.
You get hats too.
And I don't have to pay you anything.
No, your employer has to pay you.
They have to pay us.
Yeah. It just dies. It's just too overwhelmed. It
This
dies.
is so much information. Oh yeah, of course I'll. So I just tell everyone that they need to sign up in the union,
Yes,
but they don't have to do anything. They just say that I'm in the union.
exactly.
Okay,
But if
I'm in the union.
you are in the union,
Did I
my
do it
friend.
right?
Yes, you are. I put my hand on his shoulder. You are in the union.
Oh, I can feel it. I can feel the union inside me now.
And maybe now that we've helped you, you can help us get some scorpions. Because
Yes.
you're not gonna work if they're not gonna give you what you deserve.
Okay, so roll a sort of persuasion on this. I don't want to see deception because you're not really deceiving here in a sense. Like they do have bad work conditions, but you haven't meant it.
Oh,
Like he's in it. He's in it.
not 20.
No, really.
Yes.
He's like,
Unionizing.
yes, unionizing. Oh, yes. Of course you can have some scorpions. You can have all the scorpions.
All the scorpions.
We don't need them anymore
Exactly.
because now we get paid.
Exactly.
Okay, sure, but so how many scorpions do you need? I'm sure they can. They don't.
6.
6 scorpions.
And we will
Okay.
deliver them back, so when you start working again, you have the scorpions, so you don't have to carry all the heavy stuff yourself.
But when do we get the food and the bricks and the salary and all the
When-
great stuff and the hats?
When your employer agrees to, and if he doesn't, you stop working. 'Cause unionizing.
Oh, okay.
Because you're not gonna do it if you don't get food,
No, I won't do it if I don't get food.
and no one else is gonna do it. Because if you have to stick together, that is why it's called a union.
Oh,
'Cause if
that's
yes.
yes, I see.
So if one person sticks out,
then we kill them.
no,
Okay,
you unionize them.
we unionize
Like
them
I
with our
unionized you.
swords.
No,
Okay,
you just stick together.
okay,
Yes.
we'll do
Yes.
that. We'll stick together.
Union,
Yes, union, go.
union, go.
Welcome to Lost in Asteria, where Mikkel tries to explain what a union is. In very simple terms, I guess.
I liked it. I think it was excellent.
So good.
I was moved to my core. Thank you for sticking around to the end and listening to the second episode of Lost in Asteria. Next time we'll figure out how the unionizing of the tiefling goes in the ruins, and if they actually find the temple they're looking for. All the music that you heard in this podcast is produced by a guy called Ian from Tabletop RPG Music. Check out their Patreon, it's amazing music for Dungeons & Dragons. So, I'll see you back here hopefully in 2 weeks.